At my university, you're known by name. So I'm known by Tatiana Bell here, or Bella B, whatever you want to call me. Bella B. Hey everyone, I'm Bella V. Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be bringing you one of my most requested videos, and that is going to be the college tag. I go to the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, and because I am a college vlogger and I often vlog my experiences, I'll have a lot of high school seniors come to me asking, hey, should I come to this university? I've been checking it out, and I heard about NC Promise and the $500 tuition in the fall of 2018, and a lot of times I won't be able to respond in a orderly fashion, I guess if you want to say. I'll get back to them eventually, but sometimes, when you're really anticipating something or you really genuinely want to know an insight about something from somebody who's going through that or going to that school, you prefer it to be a little bit faster. Therefore, I decided to make this video. I have a series of questions. These are just questions that I've always been asked, questions that I had before entering into college, just normal questions that you would normally ask. So let's start off. I go to the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, obviously. It is in the southeast of North Carolina. It is a smaller town. It's located in Pembroke, North Carolina. It's close to Lumberton, North Carolina, which is like 20 minutes from here, and about 30, 35, 40, depending on how you drive, minutes away from Fayetteville, North Carolina, which has the Fort Bragg base and all of that good stuff. Yes, okay, so what's my classification? My classification is mass communications with a concentration of broadcasting. I love the department. I was originally a psychology major, and it was an amazing department as well. However, I just don't think I was doing psychology for the right reasons. I love psychology and it will always be something dear to my heart. It's just mass communication spoke to me, and if you really think that mass communications is your track or what you're interested in doing, hit me up. I got you. I even have you if you're thinking about any other major, because I do work on campus, so I know a lot about the university. What is there to do? There's a lot to do, but it all depends on if you're involved or not. At the beginning of every semester, we have involvement fairs, and at those involvement fairs, all of the clubs at the university, normally Greek life, careers, all of that good stuff that you can join to become active and just social on campus, will be at the involvement fairs, as well as the career fair. Yeah, the career fair. I think that's what it's called. I'll just type it in here when I figure it out. Yeah, but yeah, so you'll definitely be able to become involved, and that way there'll always be something to do on campus. Even though there's always something to do, you just have to put yourself out there. So your freshman year, your freshman year, a lot of people will want to just dwell and party, let their grades slip, blah, 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 and that is not what you need to do, because I'm telling you, if you enter college and you let your grades slip the very first semester, not even your first year, your first semester, it's going to be so hard to pull it up. So when you enter into it, don't have the mindset of, oh, what is there to do at UNCP? You need to ask, what is there to do? Of course, that should be what you ask, but that should not be the only question that you ask. You need to join organizations and clubs that you will be able to become involved and still be able to keep up with your classwork, your grades, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's my answer. There's lots to do on this campus, but you simply have to become involved. My freshman year, I had a job, my very first job ever, and yeah, I was very involved. I was secretary/treasurer of the RHA in my dorm hall. I was very, very, very active on campus my freshman year, and that's how you start off and just set your entire college career. So definitely become involved. What is the best part about your university? I would say the best part is the teacher to student ratio, and just how at home, or how can I say, it just feels very personal. At larger universities, you may be known as student 86, whereas at my university, you're known by name. So I'm known by Tatiana Bell here, or Bella B, whatever you want to call me. But for real, it's a lot better. And to know that you always have access to your professors and they know you by name, and it's not a hassle to be seen or to be noticed in a class, is amazing. And the learning experience is so personal that I feel like you will thrive here more than if you were to go to a larger university your freshman year, coming directly out of high school, where you're accustomed to, you know, smaller settings of classrooms. But yeah, so yeah, definitely that, and plus opportunities, and like I said, jobs. There's always an opportunity. A lot of jobs that you can get on campus will lead to internships, and those internships can lead to permanent jobs. And definitely at larger universities, you know, it will be a little bit harder because it will be more competition and more students who are trying to fight for that slot. But here we have lots of spots open for people and not a lot of people to get those spots. So there's always something for you at this university. Can freshmen have cars? Freshmen can have cars. I had my car my freshman year. You do have to pay a parking fee, one-time parking fee for the school year. So it would be that fall semester, that spring semester, over the summer if you have summer courses, and then a portion of the fall semester the following year, and then you have to pay it again. Currently it is $110, I think. Yeah, my freshman year it was only $100, but then it jumped up to $110. Of course, parking always does that, and a lot of people will complain about the price of the parking here, but at larger universities, like at ECU, I think it's $450, as well as NC State. Is it NC State? And Charlotte. Like, they're very, very expensive and never any parking. Is it parking here a lot? No, but you'll have a better chance finding parking here versus, you know, finding parking at a really large university. So yes, you can have your car. Would I advise having your car? Yes, because if you're a city person and you come to this university, and you know, some weekends that you just want to get away and see something more than besides the university, the people you see weekly, and you know, cars and a train, I would definitely say have your car and just drive somewhere, which is not a long commute. So definitely. Best dorm / apartments. Our residence in life halls, how do you say it? Best dorms / apartments. Okay, so our residence hall association has, I think, like 3 dorms. I'll just count them. We have North and Belk Hall, which are particularly freshman halls. Then we have Pine and Oak. Yeah, Pine and Oak Hall, which have open visitation. Jump back. Belk and North has closed visitor. We're just gonna start off. Best dorms and apartments. I would say the best. No, how do I want to say it? Dorms and apartments. We have a series of dorms that are available on campus and apartments that are campus-based as well. Start off our freshman dorms. You don't have to stay here, but I mean, particularly if you don't turn in your application or your housing form a tad earlier than everyone else, you will primarily be put into North and Belk Hall, which are our freshman halls. They have closed visitation, so after a certain time, you know, you can't have visitors, or if you do have visitors, they have to leave. You do have to sign your visitors in and all that good stuff. So it's a little annoying, but I dealt with it my freshman year. And it's community showers as well. And I'm a neat freak. I'm a clean freak. I'm a germaphobe. I absolutely hate sharing showers and all that good stuff. But because there was a daily cleaning staff, the bathrooms normally stay pretty clean. Besides on the weekends, that's when they don't work, so it would kind of get a little dirty, but I had like a specific shower and cubby, and trust me, nobody ever messed it up or anything like that. Will you be able to have that much luck? I definitely would say if you do end up in North and Belk Hall, you will, because a lot of people have this misconception of, oh, that's the ghetto. They call it the ghetto of Pembroke, but it's not necessarily that bad because so many people don't want to be there. You'll often get a room that houses 2 students for 1, so you'll be able to have just that big dorm to yourself, push your beds together, and just have like a little condo or suite. So it's nice too. Then we have Pine and Oak Hall. I've lived in Oak Hall and I loved Oak. It was open visitation as well as Pine Hall, which means that you can have visitors whenever you want, as long as you what's the word? Yeah, you can have visitors any time of the day, whenever you want, as long as you escort them throughout the premises. Then we have Cypress Hall, which I think Cypress Hall is as well open visitation. Don't quote me on that one. I've never lived in Cypress because Cypress is so far. I'm telling you, if you do not have a bike, if you do not have a car, I would not recommend staying in Cypress Hall. It is the newest one, so a lot of people do genuinely try to get in there. However, you don't really take an account of, hey, if I have a class that is in Oxendine, that's all the way around campus. Like, you have to go way down yonder just to get to class, and you only have 15 minutes. So a lot of times you would have to leave 30 minutes earlier, so you could take 15 minutes to get there, 10 minutes to catch your breath, and then 5 minutes to get to class. So I would definitely say, if you're like a social work and nursing and criminal justice and English major, Cypress is the hall for you because it's closest to your buildings. But if you are definitely going to be in the business building or a mass communications building, or a STEM building, I would not recommend it. Yep. I would not recommend it. I would recommend Oak Hall because that is in the dead center of the entire university, and it's very convenient. And I didn't even finish the dorms. Oops. Okay, so back to the residence halls. Outside of the ones I named, we also have apartments, and those apartments are village apartments and courtyard apartments. Village apartments are approximately the same distance from the university as Cypress. So definitely, if you're not up to walking very far, especially in the heat of Pembroke, the heat, I mean the hot, humid heat, a different type of heat, a heat you've never experienced heat. If you think you can man it up, do it. Stay there. A lot of people do. A lot of freshmen try to, but like I said, it's going to be very hot. And when it gets cold in Pembroke, it gets very cold. So you just got to learn how to deal with the elements if you're going to live in those residence halls. And then courtyard is completely away from the university. It's actually across from, like this across from the stadium. So I mean, I see a lot of people walk from there. However, I do see even more people with cars there. So again, if you are going to be someone who's walking far distances and you don't think you can deal with extreme weather, I would not suggest staying there. I would stay my freshman year closer to campus, Oak, Belk, North, Pine. Keep it in those areas, but it's ultimately just up to you, whatever you think you can handle. And of course, if you don't like it your first semester, there's always an option to change it your second. If you do not have a car, don't fret. We do have a shuttle services here, but you do have to sign up online when you come for a freshman orientation, or if you want any more information about that, you can visit www.uncp.edu, and just, I think under the search tab, you can type in like shuttle or something like that, or on Google, type in UNCP shuttle services, and it'll pop up where you can sign in once you are a student here. Food places. On campus, we have a variety of food places. It's not many, but it definitely is better sometimes than eating, just regular old cat food when you don't want it. We have Starbucks, which isn't really food, but for some people, that's nutritional value for them. So we have Starbucks. We have Jasmine's Cafe, which is located in our bookstore, and it is amazing. If you love smoothies, I would highly suggest going there. They're amazing. We have Chick-fil-A. I think that's our most popular place to eat. Definitely. Yeah, it's in the UC, and it's one of the most popular places to eat. And the cafe's in the UC. Then we have Brave's Place, which is just like a sub line or a salad line. You can use your meal plan for all of the dining areas that I'm naming. Beware, a lot of freshmen will go crazy with just their Brave bucks and swipe, and by the middle of the semester, which is around midterm time, they run out, and then they have to ask their parents, hey, can you put some money on my card, blah 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 blah. Spend your money wisely. Go to the caf. There will be something in there that you can eat. And I'm not gonna flex. All universities do it. The food will be bomb in the caf on the days of visitation, on the days of open houses, all of that. The food will be bomb in the caf. But as soon as school starts, well, no, I'll give it a week. The second week of school, the food will not be as good, as before. I think it's a recruiting mechanism. If the food's bomb, it's gonna be like a home away from home. So it's definitely a recruiting mechanism. However, you do still have options if you end up not liking the new caf food. That's what I'll say. And around town, you also have Papa John's. Oh, Papa John's is another one on campus, as well as Einstein's, and that's located in our health sciences building, which is the nursing building, which is closest to Cypress. So if you do stay in Cypress, you'll always have Papa John's and Einstein's. So yeah. And around town we have, let's start, Papa Bill's, which is really a country, old school or old fashioned eating joint. It's really good. It's a little bit more expensive, but it is good. So if you have some extra cash on you, since you're not paying for food because you have a meal plan, I would definitely say sometimes try outside of the box. You have to learn how to try new things when you live in Pembroke, because you will get easily tired of Papa John's, Chick-fil-A, Einstein's, McDonald's. You'll get so tired of it. So definitely try some stuff out of your comfort zone or something that you're not accustomed to. As well as Bojangles, we have Pizza Hut, McDonald's of course, Burger King, KFC, 2 Subways. We had Hardee's, it burned down. Jersey Mike's, Mikoto's, which is a really good, is it Mikoto's or, yeah, Mikoto's? Yeah, it's Mikoto's. It's a Japanese joint. Domino's, which is bomb, and they deliver to your dorm hall as well, so that's a plus. And what else? Further down, Taco Bell, San Jose, which is a great Mexican place. And a few other places, but like I said, you just have to go around and check them. Those are just the ones, the name off the top of my head, the ones that you might know. But when you get here, just try food. Don't eat too much, because freshman 15/30/50 is beyond real. So limit how much you eat, but do try different things. Be a food connoisseur this much. Student discounts. A lot of places around town will offer student discounts. McDonald's does not. Burger King does. KFC does. Papa Bill's, the country place, does. And a lot of other places. Taco Bell does. San Jose, a lot of places will, but I know McDonald's does not. So that's the only place that I know off the top of my head that doesn't do any type of student discount, as well as Domino's, I think. But I've never really asked, but they never really offered, so I don't think so. And there are a lot of plans for the future in Pembroke. We are currently still renovating our university, so don't think that if you come here, campus will look the exact same as from your freshman year to your senior year. I've been here for going on 3 years. I can tell you so much has changed since we've gotten new speed bumps. The dreadful speed bumps. No, but for real, we have constantly grown and added to our university, so you never feel stagnant at this university in both growth and at your university, because it grows. It's constantly something being added. We originally had a place called Wow Cafe, and now it's Chick-fil-A. Everything just changes. It's not going to be the same way as before. So if you're scared of, something being the exact same, it's not going to be. You will experience growth in all manners here. Different majors. Like I said earlier, there's lots of different majors out here. We have amazing programs, amazing professors, and I would highly recommend whatever you want to do. Take your time, fill out the professors, take some entry-level courses with those professors in that department, and see what really works for you. I changed my major, and a lot of freshmen do. You come in thinking you want to do this, and you take some classes, and you're like, could I do this for the rest of my life? I don't think so. So it's okay if you do decide to change your major or whatever, but definitely I would say just have a feel at yourself. College is about self-discovery to me, and self-discovery comes with experience. So definitely just try new things. Party life. This is like the biggest question ever. In high school, I did not party. My freshman year, I did not go to a party. My sophomore year, I partied. And I can say our party life is pretty amazing here. Originally, we used to have parties just in Pembroke at a place called Mariani's. However, we don't have parties there anymore, and now our parties are at El Tenampa and Lumberton. And the reason why I said if you have a car, bring it is because El Tenampa is about 20-25 minutes away, or we'll have it at the country club, which is like 10-15 minutes away. So having a car is kind of, it's not a necessity because they do offer shuttles to the parties for like $5. However, I know me, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I don't want to wait on anybody. I don't feel like being around people who've been in a sweaty place and just rubbing their bodies ill. So if you have a car, I would suggest bringing it. Is there parties? Of course, it's a college, it's a university. It's going to be a party life, as well as parties in apartments and different stuff like that. So there's always something going on. And that's another part of becoming involved, learning to make friends, people who you never thought you would hang out with. They'll normally have the scoop of nightlife around here, so definitely we do have a party life. Off-campus living. I live in, not going to say where I live, but I live off-campus in apartments. It's one of the most popular ones. I live here, and then there's also 2 other ones that are fairly popular for college life too. The only thing with these the only thing with living off campus in apartments is sometimes they'll rip you off. You will be, kind of getting off on top, and it's not as expensive as if you lived on campus. However, you got to take into account of other things too. Gas. Now you have to pay for your own food. It's a lot of other stuff that comes into play with that. So if you're thinking about doing it, I would say wait until your junior or your senior year to do that and move off campus, because that way you can be a little bit more mature. If you don't have a car, you can work to get a car, all that good stuff. But just jumping straight off campus, I would not advise it unless you're, just one of those super germaphobes and you can't stand being within 20 feet of anybody. So if you can handle that, I would just stay in a dorm. Okay, so those were all the pros of my university, some cons. Now I'm going to name the cons for me and the cons for a lot of other students that I've talked to. The number one con is that the university is small. A lot of our students will come from places like Charlotte, Greensboro, Greenville, and they're used to a slightly bigger town or city, and then they come here and it's just so small, so rural. And sometimes they get depressed. Sometimes, it's just like, oh, why did I come here? Blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, our university and our town is constantly growing. So if that's something that you know for a fact that you can't deal with, I would definitely suggest you look at other universities as well. Don't just let this be your last option. Sometimes you do, like I was stating earlier, you need a car to have fun. But we do have shuttles, like I said before. So if you want to take a shuttle to a party, you can do so. If you want to take a shuttle to Walmart, you can do so. But it's a lot more convenient just to have your car. Because it is a smaller university, word gets around extremely fast. So if you're out here turning up, doing this, that, the third, and you end up on Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter, it can easily go around that you're not the person that you want your character to say that you are. So I would definitely say just be careful with the things you do. If you do go out to a party, don't act crazy. Well, it's okay to be crazy, but don't do crazy things that'll make you regret anything. Don't regret stuff in college. You need to take stuff and let it be a learning experience. So don't go in there just knowing that you're going to show your behind, go in somewhere half naked, or rip your clothes off, or get drunk and you're underage, and then you can't take care of yourself, and then you can't drive because you are drunk. And we do have lots of roadblocks after parties. I would definitely say just watch how you portray yourself. because that's always important, especially if you're trying to do certain things further into your college career. That's going to follow you, and they will be able to see stuff like that. So word gets around fast. Make sure you're always putting your best self forth. And lastly, the absolute hated train. We have a train going directly down our university. To get to our university, you have to cross the train track, and sometimes that makes you late to class. Sometimes you're held up to class. Say if you have to use the bathroom and you really got to get to campus to use the bathroom, well, you can't if the train's there. If you live in North and Belt, you will hear the train, your room will shake. You and the train will become one. It will be so just second nature for you just to know when the train's gonna come, wake you up out your sleep. You wake up, you listen to it, you go back to sleep. But definitely the train is something that is not a hot commodity out here, especially where I live. Well, not even especially, but where I live, I can hear the train as well. Is it as loud as when I stayed in Belk Hall? Absolutely not. But will it wake you up? Can it wake you up? Yeah, definitely. Okay, that is all I have for today's video. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, don't forget to comment them. You can even message me on here, wherever that you see fit. I will be sure to get back to you if I did not answer a question that was in this video. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be a better person, genuinely. But no, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be posting a little bit more videos, maybe, a Valentine's Day tutorial, something for you and your boo, but we'll see. So thank you for watching. Love y'all.
Mama told me not to sell word. Mama 17, 5, same color t-shirt.